Okay, I'm gonna show you my usual makeup, but with some new brushes today. So these are still from Seint. I'm gonna use my normal Seint makeup. You know, I love my Seint makeup, and I still use one Seint brush, but these are Demi brushes. So you might have noticed if you went to my website that I have a section for Demi now. So these new brushes are available from Seint. The difference between Demi brushes and 3D brushes is these were meant to be used with the Demi Colour line, which I'm gonna talk about later. I'll show you a little bit today, but these brushes give you a much lighter coverage. So as you can tell, they are very bendy and very fluffy. Okay, so anytime you find brushes, let me see if I can focus here. The more densely packed the bristles are, the more coverage you're gonna get. So these bristles are more densely packed. This is more of a medium coverage brush, and then this is my Seint blend brush. And you can tell it's a lot fluffier. So this is a lighter coverage brush. So all of the Demi brushes are super fluffy, extremely light coverage. So I'm gonna show you my normal makeup routine with Demi brushes. First, I'm gonna start with that trick I've been showing you a few times lately, the Aspen Contour under my makeup, just kind of like as a little bit of a pore glosser over filler. So I am gonna use the Seint detail brush for this because contour is a thicker product and I want to pack it just in the areas that have larger pores. So I want a more dense brush. The detail brush is great for contour, detailed contour. It gives you a lot of detail because of the angled edges, but also it gives you a little bit of a fuller coverage. So that is just Aspen. And if I was leaving the house real quick, I had to run some errands, this is enough. I love Aspen Contour under my makeup. It's like the perfect little color corrector for me for a lot of skin tones. Okay, so for Demi brushes, I'm gonna show you the Shape brush for most of my hack, my highlight and contour. There's a bigger side and a smaller side. So I'm gonna take my finger into my contour, which is a great way to apply this makeup if it's your first time or you're a beginner or you're in a hurry. I'm just gonna place my contour under my cheekbones. I'm using Olive. It is a lighter shade contour, especially for my skin tone. And I'm gonna place a little bit here at the top of my forehead. It's about time for me to get another refill, but I've got enough. And then I'll do a little bit on my nose, but I'm gonna blend this out with the brush and apply a little bit more with the brush. Okay, so this is a touch of contour. Take the bigger side, fluff it in. Okay, because this brush is so feather light, it blends it so nicely. It's so pretty. Okay, then my main shade, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this amber, just very lightly. I'm using light pressure, but like I said, this brush is for light coverage. So I'm just gonna put a little bit all over just to kind of make sure I've got some health in my skin. Just a little bit more color back. Just a touch, like I'm tapping into the tin, but like I normally do. But because this brush is such a light coverage brush, it's only picking up a little bit. So it's giving me the most light coverage. You can almost tell like nothing is happening. If you step back, you see like, oh, I've got some color and some life in my skin again. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go to bronzer. So normally I do brightener next. I'm gonna go into bronzer, same side. This is Bella bronzer. I'm just gonna take it and swirl, swirl. Okay, if you're nervous to use bronzer and you're worried about it being too yellow or too warm, try Bella, the one that I'm using now, because it's not orangey or too warm at all, and it's really sheer, so it gives you a little bit of a glow. It blends really well, and if you put too much on, like you can see how easily I blended it out. It's a great starter bronzer. All right, for brightening, so same brush, I'm just going to flip to the smaller side, pick up a little bit of my brightener, which is Versailles, and I'm going to swirl it in the inner corner and kind of drag it down. Okay, so when you see me use my other usual brush, you see that I do get a lot more product on my face, but this, because it's a light coverage brush, it just gives you a little bit. So this is great for anyone who wants sheer makeup or a natural makeup look. This brush allows you, I guess I should say this brush doesn't allow you to use too much product, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, then I'm gonna show you another Demi brush. This is the Bright brush. You really could use any brush for this, but I like the size of it because there's a fluffy side for blending and a little bit smaller, more dense side for application. So I'm gonna use this for my nose contour, and I'm just gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna start kind of, you see the natural shadow? here on the insides of your nose where it creates shape right there for you. You just follow that shadow. It kind of connects up to your brow bone. And when I say it connects to your brow bone, I see this a lot. And it's not always correct based on your face shape. A lot of people will connect their nose contour to the brow, but your brow bone is actually the bone that sticks out. It doesn't necessarily mean that your brow grows on the brow bone. So I'm following that bone is where I'm putting my shadow. Down the sides of my nose. Okay, then I can take the fluffy side and just make sure it's soft. Down the center of the nose is kind of where the magic happens even more. So I'm going to show you a Demi Colour for this and a Demi brush. So this is the Spot Brush because it's for little spots. So it has a tiny, tiny end right here and then a fluffy end to brush it out to make sure that there's no excess product. So these are Demi shades, Demi Colors. They are more like color filters. They're almost more like stains for the skin. So I'm not using it in the way it's intended right now, but it's an excellent nose highlight. So I'm using RO1, which is really great for concealing green tones. Just love it down the center of my nose as brightener. So it's a little bit of a crooked line. That's okay. My nose is crooked. I'm going to blend it out. And I feel like it just stays and sits really pretty. So this shade can work for a lot of skin tones because it cancels excess green and it's really pretty under the eyes for brightening. And just anywhere you want a little bit extra brightness is one of my favorite ones. So I'm just gonna take that brush and soften it. Nose contour, so easy. Okay, so back to my 3D makeup. I'm gonna show you a blush brush that I like from Demi. This is the Wash Brush. It means it gives you a light wash of color. So it's really similar to our blend brush. It just is even softer coverage. Do you need both? Probably not, but if you really like coverage, you will like the Wash Brush. So I'm gonna use Pinky Promise, just a little bit of this, just as a light wash on my cheeks, because I'm going for a light, natural look. Okay, one more Demi trick that I wanna show you because I think it's really, really great. It's V1, get it to focus right here. V1 is a purple, so it's violet. I just like it with the wash brush with the small side, swirl around. It's pretty on a lot of skin tones for a little bit of brightness right here. I don't know why it's so pretty. I'm hoping that you can see it on camera because it is more of a in-person kind of thing, I think, but just a little bit of brightness right in this area leading towards your cheekbone and your blush. I don't know, it's so pretty. And because this is a different consistency than our 3D makeup, even though I have pores here and it's a lighter shade, it's just really, really pretty. Okay, I think you can see it. I feel like you can see it now. Okay, I love it. All right, I'm still gonna set my makeup like I normally do with my setting spray. And then I'll curl my lashes and do my lips and show you what it looks like with everything coming together. Okay, this is the finished look. I forgot that I was doing like a light natural makeup look because I clearly did not do a light natural lip. I got some new lipsticks, so I was just playing with some different shades, but light coverage for my face, lets your skin glow. I love these Demi brushes, so if you are interested, let me know. I can send you a link. Like I said, they're meant to be used with the Demi system, but I really love the 3D makeup. That's just how I'm gonna use them, so I love them. Okay, I'm gonna go over my shades with you again, but if you would like a shade match for your skin tone, let me know. I used Aspen Contour for my color corrector before I started with the detail brush. I used Amber Highlight all over as my main shade. I used Versailles Highlight for a brightener, Olive Contour, and then I went back here and did Pinky Promise for blush and used a little bit of that V1 right here and Bella Bronzer. So let me know if you'd like a shade match. I'd be happy to help you.